Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Gyan Bhakti. We focus exclusively on spirituality, Vedanta, and Sanatana Dharma. Please subscribe our channel for the mystical meanings of these scriptures and daily satsang. Our humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman or God, our worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji Maharaj, all sages in scriptures, and to the divinity in each of you. We are currently exploring the scripture Mysticism of Mahabharata. Commentary is by Sri Swami Jyotirmayananda Ji and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So we had started the episode, The Game of Dice, and we will continue. Remembering how Draupadi laughed at him as he stumbled through the assembly hall in Indraprastha, Duryodhana seized the chance for revenge and ordered his brother Dushashana to dishonor and insult Draupadi by disrobing her in front of the assembly. The wicked Dushashana eagerly started to unwind the sari of Draupadi, while the Pandava brothers looked on, unable to do anything about it, since they had lost their independence to the Kauravas by their own doing and could not assert their power in a way that was contrary to the rules of Dharma. Realizing that there was no one to help her, Draupadi surrendered completely into the divine hands of Krishna and mentally invoked his help. Then a miracle occurred. The more Dushashana pulled the sari, the more the cloth increased, manifesting as hundreds and hundreds of yards of magnificent cloth. Exhausted, Dushashana gave up, and Draupadi remained clothed in that divine plan. Finally, King Dhritarashtra awakened briefly from the sleep of his infatuation with his son and tried to make amends to Draupadi by offering to grant her any boon of her choice. In response, Draupadi asked that her 5 husbands be freed from their slavery to the Kauravas and that they have the possession of all their weapons. She declined, however, in the name of virtue, to ask for the return of all the wealth and possessions that they had gambled away. After granting these boons, Dhritarashtra, by his own choice, returned all power and possessions to the Pandavas and requested that Yudhishthira return to rule his kingdom and not hold a grudge against Duryodhana and the Kauravas for what had transpired there that day. Accepting these instructions, Yudhishthira began to lead the Pandavas back to Indraprastha. However, before they had even reached their kingdom, another message was sent by Dhritarashtra for them to return for one more single toss of the dice. As this development reveals, the blind king had again fallen into the clutches of Duryodhana, who convinced him about the need for one last toss that would have more unusual stakes. Whoever loses, whether Pandavas or Kauravas, would give their possessions to the winner and go to live in the forest for 12 years, after which they would spend one more year living incognito, hidden. If their identity was discovered in that 13th year, then they would have to live another 12 years in the forest. Such were the difficult rules and the cunning mind of Duryodhana and Shakuni, his uncle, and the bad people. Again, Yudhishthira knew what was going to happen at the dishonest hand of Shakuni. But since Dhritarashtra had again made the request, he was bound by Dharma to respect his uncle's wishes. In a subtle way, he too realized that the Kauravas were leading themselves inexorably to destruction, and nothing could stop it. So he returned with his family to Hastinapur, entered the game, and unfortunately lost again. Having lost, the Pandavas donned the garb of ascetics and amidst the insults of their evil cousins, prepared to enter into forest life for 13 years, a total 12 in the forest and 1 in incognito, in a hidden place where they could not be found by anybody. However, the seeds of the destruction of the Kauravas had been firmly planted in the virtuous hearts of the Pandavas. When understood with philosophical insight, Yudhishthira's taking and losing everything for the sake of righteousness is a dramatic portrayal of the development of a high degree of vairagya in an aspirant. Vairagya meaning dispassion. With vairagya comes the profound awareness that nothing you possess in the world really belongs to you in any permanent way. Even if you are the undisputed ruler of the whole earth, all of your possessions can be gone within a moment due to one accident, one illness, or even one mistake of vanity. All can be lost. So this gives us some idea of how vulnerable we all are. Further, if all you have is acquired in the world of time and space, it has no lasting meaning as long as the negative side of your personality exists. One's prosperity is never secure, while the forces of darkness, symbolized by the Kauravas, exist within your unconscious. So we are constantly battling these twin forces of good and evil, and they are both within us. That is the essence of Mahabharata. As long as blind King Dhritarashtra or ignorance rules and the children of ignorance are hatching plans in secret, the Pandavas cannot really enjoy supreme freedom and peace. That peace can only come after we have attained enlightenment or conquered all these enemies. So with this we conclude our satsang for today, and we will pick up the same episode and to its conclusion tomorrow. Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.